Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Diego with Power Real Estate Group, and I wanted to give you a quick tour of our newest flip that we just purchased. We ended up picking this up at $800,000. We put about $55,000 into it. We're expecting to sell it for around $1 million, $1.05 million there. This deal actually was brought by one of our agents, Sunny Mai. He talked to the seller, set the appointment. Once he met with the seller, he did not want to list the property. He just wanted a cash offer. He wanted out. He did not want to deal with the listing process there. So Sunny brought this to us. It was supposed to be a 30-day escrow. It ended up being about 2.5 months there to close on it because the tenants were asking for a little bit more money than we were expecting there. They did not want to get out.
He knows things about cars with fucking broken down cars all over his fucking yard. Came and said he could do something. I said I wanted a mechanic to go. That's right. I'm a whore now. That's what. Did you hear me call?
So we ended up negotiating with them and got to an agreement. And we ended up giving them a little bit of money to move out, and we got them out that way. Come on in, guys, let's check it out. So when we originally purchased the property there, it wasn't too bad. I mean, the bones were good. They just had uncooperated tenants, and they just had a bunch of stuff all over the property. So this is one of the master bedrooms here. This is actually where the tenants were staying at originally there. They did have a bunch of stuff in here. They actually drew a rat on here. So we'll definitely show you guys that there. Also, this wall was open. There was a door where you could get through there, so we closed this out to make it a full master bathroom here, or master bedroom. We did leave the original shower, which is in pretty good condition as well too. We just ended up closing this up and just did a little bit of updating here on the lights and little things like that there. Originally, they were supposed to leave it in the 30-day mark, but they did ask for a little bit more money. They were, uncooperative. They were going back and forth with the seller. They said they were not going to leave unless we give them the amount of money that they were asking for there. So we were going back and forth with them, negotiating, and then we ended up coming to an agreement. And my boy Sunny ended up getting them to sign a cash for keys there. Once they signed the cash for keys, we actually helped them get a U-Haul. We helped them move, and that way they could get out of here. Once they got out, the seller was happy. We ended up closing on it, and we're good to go on it. So come and check it out. The kitchen was a little bit outdated here. We did leave the original cabinets. They did just finish them up, paint them up a little bit and stuff like that. We did put some new appliances as well too. And as I mentioned, this is where that wall was opened at. We ended up closing it up here. And this does lead to the garage. It does have a 2-car garage. We're still not completely done. It's almost there, but it should be done this weekend. To clean this up, it does have RV space. The seller did have a bunch of cars and RVs and actually a boat as well in here too. We ended up getting all that stuff out of here as well. So here too, the seller had a bunch of cats in here. I believe he had about 5 or 6 cats in there, so there was a pretty big mess in here. So we ended up taking all that out, just cleaning everything up here. As you can see, there's still pretty good space on here. The property wasn't too bad when we purchased it. Like I said, the bones on the property were pretty good. It's just just some little details here and there. As you can see, the roof is about, I believe they said it was 7 years old. It already had double panel windows and things like that. So there wasn't too much on the major items there, just more cosmetic things. There's another room here. When we got this room was actually gutted. They had already taken out the floorings and things like that. So it was a little bit easier to just come in here and start, updating everything up. This room does have its own access. This one and the room over there has their own access there. One of the seller's room here. This is where he was staying at. He did have a bunch of cats in here as well too, and a bunch of things in here that we had to take out. It was a pretty big mess that we had to clean up in here. But this is where he had his cats. He let them out to the patio, things like that. So we ended up cleaning all this up here. Got one of the bathrooms here. The bathroom is already a little bit updated there. As you can see, we left the original showers. Seller just had a few items in here. This door was gone as well too. But other than that, it wasn't too bad in here. So we just did a little painting and we added the fans here.